Join me now in Boulder is the chairman of the Republican National Committee, Reince Priebus. Chairman Priebus.
Hey, Chuck.
Welcome to Boulder.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
So I look at what's going on inside the party, and I ask you, is this a friendly family fight, which I'm sure is what you want it to be? This feels a little bit like a civil war inside the party. What do you say to it?
You know, I think if you look at these last couple debates, I think you see some jabs here and there, but you don't see any sucker punches and things like that.
Forget the debates, but throw it all together. What happened in the House? What happened with that? I mean, there seems to be a real split in the party.
You know, I don't know about that. I mean, I think Paul Ryan has an opportunity to be that unifying figure. I mean, I certainly do agree that there was a split that was forming, and I think one of the reasons why Paul Ryan stepped up and said, look, if I can unify party in the House, I will.
This is to prevent a civil war in your mind, essentially.
Right, and Congressman Jordan said this afternoon, look, we gave those votes to Webster today just because we gave him our word, but we're going to be with Paul Ryan tomorrow. So, I mean, having Jordan, Mick Mulvaney, Justin Amash, the Freedom Caucus, Paul Ryan saying, look, we're going to do things differently. One thing I can tell you for sure, just knowing Paul, he's a builder. He's not interested in dividing and cutting people up, and he won't do it.
Tonight's debate, look, there is this sense that it's split into two, right? You have the outsiders and you have the insiders. By its nature, that's not a healthy debate short term. What do you do to heal the party once this is over?
Well, I mean, for one thing, you're going to have a lot of time between the time you have a nominee and the convention. At least that's the...
You really believe? You still believe? You're hanging your hat on this. This thing is over in March.
Well, by the end of March or the beginning of April is what I've always said. But if you look at even the distribution of delegates, you have 20% thresholds in a lot of these states where this is not the case where if you get 5% in Oklahoma and 5% in Texas, you're getting 5% of delegates. You're not. Right. You actually have to win 20% first before you get a delegate. I know I'm getting into weeds. My only point is that I think this is no different than a lot of other years where we always have an insurgency in the party, which is true. Look, even Pat Buchanan won the New Hampshire primary in 1992 against a sitting president.
Okay.
It's not unusual.
But your party didn't win the presidency.
Right, that's true. But we also had...
And by the way, the image of the party took a hit.
You know, look,
with swing voters.
You know, I think it depends on the nominee. I mean, I think look, Mitt Romney would admit that he said some things himself that came back to haunt him. But Mitt Romney wasn't haunted by the words of someone else. It was Mitt Romney's mouth that was being tested in the general election.
Let me ask you very quickly about, obviously, the people in the undercard debate believe that they want to be in the upper tier. Some in the upper tier believe there's too many candidates. Is it time to start winnowing more of the field or not yet?
You know, I think we kind of know it when it happens. We got to work with the networks on this. It's their call. Obviously, we talk to them about it, so I'm not going to say we don't. We do, but they decide in the end. I think there's going to be some attrition naturally. You know, if you look at the hard dollars across the board.
Over the next 5 to 6 weeks?
I would say it's likely, but, you know, I don't get to obviously make the call.
All right. So Reince Priebus,
thank you.
I'll leave it there. This is your debate tonight. The next time we want to see victory in Colorado has to do with Green Bay on Sunday against the Broncos. One thing we'll agree on. All right. Thanks, Reince. Coming